At the gateway of the Book of Psalms stands a single powerful truth. Your path determines your future. Psalm 1 isn't just poetry, it's a divine roadmap, a contrast between two ways of living, one that leads to blessing and one that leads to destruction. In a world full of noise, opinions, and distractions, Psalm 1 calls us to choose a life rooted in truth, planted by the waters of God's Word. If you've ever asked, how do I live a life that truly pleases God? Start here. Let's walk verse by verse into the heart of Psalm 1 and discover the secret to a life that stands firm, prospers, and shines with purpose. Psalm 1 verse 1. Blessed is the one who does not walk in step with the wicked, or stand in the way that sinners take, or sit in the company of mockers. Explanation. The book of Psalms opens with a bold promise, a life of blessing. But that blessing doesn't come from status, success, or possessions. It comes from choosing the right path. Notice the subtle drift: walking, standing, sitting. This is how compromise works. First we walk near sin, then we pause, eventually we settle in. Psalm 1 warns us not to scare us, but to spare us. If you want to live blessed, it starts by being careful where you walk, who you stand with, and where you choose to sit. Psalm 1 verse 2. But whose delight is in the law of the Lord, and who meditates on his law day and night? Explanation. The blessed person isn't just avoiding sin, they're chasing something better. They delight in God's word. They meditate on it, not once a week, but day and night. It's not religious duty, it's spiritual hunger. When your heart begins to crave God's truth, your life begins to change from the inside out. This is how transformation begins, not by behavior first, but by where your delight is rooted. Psalm 1 verse 3. That person is like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season and whose leaf does not wither. Whatever they do prospers. Explanation. This is the result of delighting in God. You become unshakable. A tree planted by water isn't just surviving, it's thriving. You'll bear fruit at the right time, your leaf won't wither, even when the heat comes, and your life becomes prosperous, not always in dollars, but in deep, lasting purpose. This isn't hype, it's a holy promise. Stay planted, and you'll grow. Psalm 1 verse 4. Not so the wicked. They are like chaff that the wind blows away. Explanation. Here comes the contrast. The righteous are trees, strong, rooted, fruitful. But the wicked? They're like chaff, weightless, tossed by every wind, easily burned. Without God, life looks full, but it's empty. This isn't to shame anyone, it's to call us to something real. Don't settle for hollow, be rooted. Psalm 1 verse 5. Therefore the wicked will not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the assembly of the righteous. Explanation. One day, all paths are revealed for what they are. Those who lived without God, those who chose rebellion, won't be able to stand, not because God is cruel, but because they never surrendered. This verse is a loving warning. Don't wait. Come back. Now is the time to get your footing back on the path of righteousness. Psalm 1 verse 6. For the Lord watches over the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked leads to destruction. Explanation. Here's the hope. God watches over his people. If you choose his path, you don't walk it alone. His eyes are on you, his hand is guiding you, his presence is protecting you. But the alternative is real. The way of the wicked doesn't just drift, it leads to destruction. So what kind of life do you want to build? One that crumbles with time, or one that stands forever? Living Psalm 1 today. Choose your companions wisely. Stay rooted in God's word. Don't chase blessing, chase God. And when the winds come, stay planted. Psalm 1 isn't just a beautiful song, it's a blueprint for an unshakable life. Now that you know the path, walk in it.